Okay, let's try this again. Hey guys, Brianna here. Looks like we're having some audio issues. If you are watching live, please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, so here to talk about how to adopt healthy habits and using the power of motivation to your advantage so that these habits are easier to adopt in the long run. And I want you to think about what we do on a daily basis. Like, you probably brush your teeth every day. You probably take a shower every day, right? You grab your wallet and your keys as you head out the door. And then for a lot of us, wearing a mask has also become a habit because you have to wear them pretty much anywhere you go these days, right? And these are things that we do without thinking most times, right? And it actually takes about 30 to 60 days for you to form a new habit. Some people it's a little shorter, some people it can take a lot longer. And so there's a couple of simple steps that you can follow to make forming a new habit, like maybe drinking water or working out on a regular basis, or adopting a meditation practice or adopting a journaling practice. And so we're going to talk about these 5 steps, and it's really about making it easier for you instead of trying to make it harder, right? And it's also about your mindset towards the habit. Like if it's not necessarily something you want to do, like if you don't like meditating and it's not something that you want to do, is there an alternative, right? Because you want these habits to be something that's beneficial to you. So really think about your why. Why do you want to meditate? Is it to reduce stress? Is it to make you, feel better? Whatever it is. And if you can't think of a why that's like really, really strong, maybe think about something else. Like you don't have to meditate. It doesn't work for some people. You don't necessarily have to journal. It doesn't work for some people. But if you are trying to adopt, a new practice like drinking more water or working out on a regular basis, right? We need to have a why. And then let's see if we can try to tie it to something that we already do. So if you are trying to adopt something like a meditation practice, can you do it in the morning while you're drinking your coffee? Can you maybe listen to, like a meditation or an affirmation or a podcast while you're in the shower and getting ready? Because you're already spending that time doing something, right? It wouldn't be that much extra to listen to something while you're doing that. And if you want to drink more water, keep your water with you all the time, right? When you go run errands, take a water bottle with you. When you go to walk the dog, maybe take a water bottle with you. You're already walking the dog, just grab your water. And then, if you're already drinking your coffee and maybe mindlessly scrolling Instagram for 5 minutes, instead of mindlessly scrolling Instagram, can you use that time to journal? Can you use that time to meditate? Can you use that time to drink your water? Can you use that time to, take the dog for a walk? You're already drinking the coffee and you're already spending the time doing something that may not be that beneficial to your health when you could be doing something that would be more beneficial to your health. And then when you're trying to adopt a new habit, instead of looking at like, I have to walk the dog every day, I have to meditate every day, I have to journal every day, I have to drink a green juice or eat, some of these servings of vegetables, or I have to do, a mile long list of things. We've all been in those health and fitness challenges, right? Where it's like they want you to do 20 different things a day and you're just like, whoa. Start with 1 or 2 things and then add more to that list gradually. So start journaling on a regular basis. Once you've mastered that habit, maybe start meditating. Add 1 or 2 things at a time, and you're more likely to stick to these things when you add them gradually as opposed to trying to do 100 different things at once. And then we want to do these things every single day. If you're trying to adopt a journaling practice or a meditation practice, I'm just going to use that for an example. You have to do it every day. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to do it this week. Well, when this week? Are you going to do it, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Are you going to do it Tuesday and Thursday? Are you going to do it Monday through Friday? Make it very specific and try to do it every day. Like in our 8 Weeks to Growth coaching program, we have all of our participants do the same couple of things every day for the 8 weeks. They drink their water, they sit in silence for 5 minutes or meditate, and they write down 3 things that they're grateful for. Sorry, my mind just went totally blank. And they do these things every single day for 8 weeks, and we're always on them. Every single check-in, it's, hey, did you do your daily habits? Hey, did you do your daily habits? And the reason that we do that is because those little things are very simple, And they're more likely to stick with the things like working out on a regular basis if they're already in the habit of doing things that are beneficial to their health every day. And then we want to make these things easy on ourselves, right? You're more likely to work out in most cases if you don't have to drive to the gym. I know for some people that may not be true, like you have to go to the gym, and that's fine. But if you don't have to build in the extra time of, packing your gym bag, getting dressed, driving to the gym, doing all the stuff at the gym, and then driving home, maybe you have to drop your kids off at daycare with the nanny or whatever ahead of time, that's a lot of steps to take to go to do a 30-minute workout. If you can just, log onto Zoom and get a 30-minute workout in without ever leaving your house, and sometimes without even changing, are you more likely to do that? Make it easy on yourself. Are you more likely to eat healthy if you have fruits and vegetables in the front of your refrigerator? Probably. I love my husband to death, but if I buy fruits and vegetables and they're not like front and center for him to see, he'll be like, where's the carrots? And if he doesn't see them right away, he's going to grab a bag of chips. But if the carrots are front and center right next to the hummus, he's going to grab the carrots and hummus. And the same thing goes for me. If I see an apple when I open the fridge, I'm more likely to have an apple than to have the brownies that I made 2 weeks ago that are also sitting there, if the apple is in the front. And then if you want to journal, take your journal, put it right by your bed or right by your coffee maker, somewhere you're going to see it and it's going to remind you, hey, I want to do that. And don't make it a, I have to do that. Make it a, I want to do this. Why do you want to do it? Because it reduces stress, because it makes you feel better, because it gives you more energy. Think about the want, not the have, right? And then you want to build rewards in. So you brush your teeth, you get a minty, fresh, clean mouth, you feel better. But when you're doing something like working out on a regular basis, it's probably going to take 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks before you actually start to notice major differences. You may feel that you have more energy right away. You may feel that your clothes are starting to fit a little better within a couple of days. But to see drastic changes, like really building muscle, it's going to take a while to see those things. So how can you reward yourself gradually along the way to keep yourself motivated? Is it after doing, 20 workouts, you're going to try a new class or a new studio or whatever? Is it after working out for 10 weeks in a row, you're going to buy a new sports bra or buy a new workout outfit or whatever that is that you've been eyeing? Or is it for every workout that you do, you're going to add $1 to your savings account? You do that enough times, something like adding $1 to your savings account every time you do a workout, and it's like, wow, I get an extra $50 in my savings account. Those are things you can see right away, especially if you're not really that focused on the physical changes. So think about how you can reward yourself, keep track of different things on your calendar, mark down every single day that you do a workout, or go back and look at your Apple Watch history and see like, hey, I closed my move goal, 30 days in a row, or hey, I worked out 20 days last month. Cool. I'm going to go buy a new sports bra, or cool, I'm going to go try a new class. You can see that you've done those things, even if you don't necessarily notice like, oh, my biceps are looking more toned. Like you might not notice that right away, but you can actually see that you did so many workouts in a row, and know that even if you're not seeing the changes in your body, or if you're not focused on seeing those changes in your body, those things still happen and you deserve to reward yourself for those things. And then lastly, I want to talk just briefly about motivation. What is your reason for doing this? Go back to your why. Every time that you're like, oh, I don't want to work out, or, I want to order pizza, like, fine, order the pizza. I don't really care. I eat pizza once a week at least. But why are we doing these things? Why are we working out more? Is it because you love to travel? Is it because you want to be able to, walk 20 something miles sightseeing in a new city and not have it be an issue? That's one of the reasons that I work out. Like, I love to travel. I love to go hiking. I love to go camping. I love to go, exploring. And so like when I went to Rome, walking 20 something miles all over the city was not an issue for me. Walking up 4, flights of stairs that were like this to the apartment that I, stayed at in Lisbon was not a big deal to me because I worked out. But I would see people that, were having trouble lugging their suitcases up one flight of stairs because they didn't realize that the first floor in Europe was, not actually on the ground floor. And they weren't able to do that and had to ask for help. And so if you don't want that to happen to you, that could be a reason for working out. If you have kids, maybe your reason for working out is that you're easier, you have an easier time picking them up. You have an easier time taking them to the park, running after them. Maybe it's being better able to care for an, ailing parent. Maybe it's because you're tired of feeling sick and tired, or because you're tired of struggling to go up and down a flight of stairs. Maybe it's because you want to feel more confident naked. Maybe it's because you want to feel sexier. Maybe it's because it makes you happy. Maybe it's because it makes you less stressed. Remind yourself of those things when you're sitting on the couch like, oh, I'm just not motivated to work out. We're always under the power of motivation. Always. Even when we say we're not motivated to work out, it's not that we're not motivated to work out. It's that we're more motivated to sit on the couch, right? Actually, try saying that out loud to yourself. I'm more motivated to sit on the couch. Sometimes it's like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna go work out, right? Like, and it's okay to have those days where you're more motivated to sit on the couch. Totally fine to have those days. But if you find yourself saying, I'm not motivated, I'm not motivated, I'm not motivated, you are motivated. You're just more motivated to do something like sitting on the couch and Netflixing and chilling than you are to work out. And sometimes if you say that out loud, that's all the, energy you need to be like, okay, well, yeah, no, I need to go work out. And then if you're still like, I don't really want to do this, but you know that you need to because you missed it a few days in a row, you're feeling really stressed, you're feeling really down, just start. Give it 5 minutes, give it 5 minutes and be like, okay, I'm just going to start for 5 minutes. If after I do those 5 minutes I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling today, then it's okay to stop. Especially if you're not feeling 100%, if you're kind of fatigued or you have a headache or whatever. If you think it might make you feel a little bit better by doing it, just start and see how it goes. You can always, pull the plug after 5 minutes. And so really start to think about those things. Like, what interests you? What are your passions? If your passion is traveling, will working out make that easier for you? If your passion is hiking, will working out make that easier for you? If your passion is your children, how will working out make the, caring for them and being with them easier? If your job is very stressful and you know that like, hey, this might be just the escape that I need so that I'm more happy and less stressed, that's your why. Go back to your why. Write it on your mirror in a marker, a lipstick or whatever. Write it in your planner. Put it front and center in a sticky note on front of your computer, right? And then visualize what it will look like when you reach those goals. If your goal is to run, a 5K, sit down and actually think about, how am I going to feel when I cross the finish line at this 5K? What is it going to look like? What am I going to smell? What am I going to eat after? How am I going to feel? Think about all of those things until it almost seems like you're like actually there. And anytime you're struggling with, the motivation to get up to do what you need to do to get to that finish line, think about that. So let me know if you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, whether you're watching live or the replay. I will come back on later and answer them. And then, share what your passion is, share what interests you, share what your goal is. I want to know what these things are. And I want to be able to support you in getting to those things, right? Because like I said yesterday, a goal is just a dream until you say it out loud. And I don't care how big or how scary it is, or how small it may seem to you. If it's something that you want to do, it's worth pursuing. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great Thursday. We'll be going live in about an hour for a booty workout. And then I have a special bonus training come for you guys tomorrow. So have a great day. Bye.